Action.
Hello, my name is Tom Venturella. I am a retired executive from the Kraft Foods organization. I spent 35 years in the food industry. I'm fortunate enough to be retired, and I am fortunate enough to be associated with the Early College High School of Canton and the Early College Academy of Canton. I run a program that's called CAMP. CAMP stands for Cast Apprenticeship and Mentorship Program. I am an offshoot of an organization that is a 501(c). We are actually a nonprofit that helps nonprofits. Early College High School happens to be one of those organizations, not necessarily nonprofit, but one of those organizations that we've chosen to do our volunteer and our service work for. When I joined CAST and I was thinking about these wonderful students that you teach and the early college system and the early college vision, it became evident to me that we have something very special here. These students who want to change, they want to get out of where they are, they want to make a better life for themselves. You have a commodity here with these students that I don't think you can find in many other public schools nationally, which is they want to better themselves. Well, what I decided to do was to take that learning with all of my years in business, Fortune 500, and where we did recruiting, where we did internships, apprenticeships, and apply that to these students. Very talented, young in age, but very mature educationally. The networking that my retired life represents puts me in touch with many business leaders in the community, whether it's CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs, doctors, dentists, lawyers, engineers, you name it. I got to thinking that because the early college system is doing such a great job on education, how do we get them the work experience that they're going to need as they leave high school, go on to college, graduate college, and then look for a job? I said apprenticeships or internships. That's the way to do it. I think we recruited 300 to 400 interns nationally in Kraft Foods. Big emphasis on minorities, women, people of color. That was a natural with the early college program. Because they're so intelligent, could I market those students as young in age but mature in education, therefore can do the work in the job setting? Well, I'm happy to say that after a little over a year and a half of the program, we had 17 paid apprenticeships this past summer with companies like Goodyear, the Timken Corporation, Freshmark. These are multi-billion-dollar companies. We had jobs in Glenmore Country Club. We had them at Hannah Real Estate. We had them at Habitat for Humanity. Gervasi Vineyards, which is a restaurant and a wine-producing company. Wonderful experiences, all paid, students 16, 17, and 18 years old. Now, how do we do that? How do we marry up the business community with our kids in the early college high school? Well, first of all, you need dedicated individuals both inside the school system and outside the school system. You need to be able to deal with things like student just got a job in Timken or Goodyear in their finance or engineering department. Unfortunately, they don't have the clothes to wear. Who's going to take them shopping on a Sunday? Where do you get the funding to do that? They need shirts, they need ties. Our program provides for that. We have, on my operating committee, I have an engineer, 45 years. We have a special dinner in Stark County for all the engineers. We invited 8 to 10 students per year in engineering. Who's going to pay for that? Rich has taken his time out to do that. It's at 8 o'clock at night. we had two students who wanted to get a little job. They were 16 years old. They're working at the Angry Barbecue in the food business. They needed some transportation. Who's going to take them down, look for a car, work out some details for a loan when they don't have any credit? That was the CAMP program that worked on that. I could go on and on. Meetings on Sunday in Starbucks, working on resumes for potential positions, and it doesn't stop. So I guess what I'm saying is you need a committed group of individuals inside and out that is willing to work with these students beyond the 8 to 3. I mean, this is not an 8 to 3 job. It takes a lot of time, hours, energy to work with these kids, but they're so well worth it, and the rewards are unbelievable. I'll read you the vision of the CAMP program and as it stands today and how we designed it. And that is that CAMP is designed to offer students a comprehensive business training and development program. We're committed to supporting the early college vision of college ready and career ready. I'll come back to that. Our goal is to provide students who exhibit talent and desire to succeed a significant competitive advantage for employment and/or higher education. We pledge to nurture our students' diverse talents through mentoring, career seminars, apprenticeships, network, and serving within the community. So let me come back. College ready, career ready. That just can't be words. You as educators are doing a wonderful job getting these kids ready for college. Our responsibility and what we feel responsible for on the CAMP side, and my group of 18 operating committee members, is to get them career ready so that when they leave the walls of your building and they're going into the outside world, that we make sure they are not only prepared, they're not only ready, but they're going to have an advantage to the other millions of students that are attending college and graduating with some degree. Okay? Now, a little bit about the college process, and that is what we've learned over a year and a half and 2 graduating classes that went to college is that you cannot make the mistake of thinking that the job with these students is done when they leave the walls of early college. We have concrete experience and we have concrete examples that those first 3 to 6 to 9 months, first year in college is very emotional. It requires follow-up. Our program has liaisons assigned monthly to our students, follow them right through schools. They're attending our sessions on breaks. We have our fingers on the pulse. They are reporting back their grades to Mr. Bruner, and we make sure that they're staying on track. If they expect to come back and do an internship in our program with one of those 17 jobs, soon to be probably 20 to 30 jobs in the summer, if they expect to do that, they need to stay in touch with the program. But don't make that mistake. They need you beyond the high school experience. Just the way the middle school students need you for the high school experience, they need something beyond. So we found it's just as important to follow them after graduation. Now, what our program has evolved to, and I never would have believed it in the year and a half to 17, 18 months that it's been in existence, is that we are finding that if we can have our students educated here in Ohio, in Northeast Ohio, we can find them apprenticeships, internships, and jobs here. We can have them go continuing education here, which in most instances they can continue to work while they're attending higher education. Graduate here and then finally find them jobs here. We truly believe, and this was not the original goal, but we truly believe at the end of the day, we will be able to lift the boats for those students and families in the inner city of Canton. And that, my friends, is just, it's just a thing of joy at the end of the day when we look at the possibilities of what's going to happen with this program down the road. So I hope you sense passion. I hope you sense dedication. You need strong leadership on the volunteer side and the service side from some local community individuals. You need a strong staff in your schools that's prepared to work outside of those 8 to 3 hours and spend time, not just did they learn the subjects and did they get through today, and can you get them to the next year of school, but really what are they doing the other 14 hours a day? What are they doing the balance of the rest of the 7 days a week, the 30 days a month, and the 365 days a year? And then when they graduate, it's nice to see the nice ones come back, but I think we can't lose sight of the ones that we can potentially lose. And I think that's what we're finding out. And so that's it. I would be happy to talk to anybody if you want any further information. Mr. Bruner knows this program intimately. He is a very strong reason for the success of this program, and I probably should have started there. It comes with strong leadership sitting in the principal's office, and but I hope you enjoy your session, and let me know if I can answer any questions.